welcome to another episode of our Ultimate Decades Challenge. We have entered into the year 1354 and we have some birthdays to get through for the year. I'm hoping that we're going to have some births as well come through because we have a lot of Sims that are currently pregnant and expecting. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into our spreadsheet because we do have a birthday right off the bat here that we need to take a look at. It is January of 1354 and we have Juliana Shoemaker that is wanting to be aged up to a young adult. So we do need to roll for her to see if she is going to be able to pass her death roll. She cannot roll a 3, 7, or 19 on the dice. So we are just going to go ahead and pull up our dice here and see if she is going to be able to pass her roll. So if we give that a roll, she rolls a 6 and she does survive. So we are just going to go ahead and put her on the spreadsheet where she belongs. She does get 40 days as a young adult. So let's go ahead and put her where she belongs here. So if she gets 40 days, she goes down here on here. All right, and then we have tomorrow 3 birthdays that we're going to be rolling for, but for now we're just going to make a mental note that we do need to age up Juliana. She is currently expecting, so we can't actually age her up right now, but we will age her up after she has her baby. But for the time being, we are just going to go ahead and go into their household and we're going to play with them for now. So let's go visit the Shoemaker household. We have arrived here at the Shoemaker household, and as you can see, Juliana is here and she is just feeling a little bit hungry. We are just going to go ahead and have them come into the kitchen and grab a bite to eat here. So we're just going to grab a serving of food for both of them. As we know, these two are quite smitten with one another and they are both feeling really happy. We love that for them. It hasn't told us yet that she is expecting, but we do know that the last time we were in their household, we did have them try for a baby. So I am hoping that she is expecting. So we are just waiting for it to let us know that she is expecting a child. I am hoping that we're going to get that notification that she is expecting a baby, and that will be super fantastic news if that is the case. But these two are just going to have a bite to eat and then we'll have her go ahead and clean up a little bit. They are just spending a little bit of time together as a couple, and as we know, they are hoping that they are going to be expecting a child and that their child is going to live. They have had 2 children together that were stillborn, and so they're wanting to expand their family. They're wanting to have children together, and she's not quite sure what the problem is and why they keep having stillborn babies, but she is hopeful that this try that they just recently did will be a positive one. And of course, Porter is thinking to himself, there has to be something that we can do to have positive results in this whole baby making thing, because he's obviously wanting to have an heir. I am just going to get him to come out and we are going to check the plants. It looks like they are all good. Can he purchase some seeds? We're going to do some starter herbs, and we will get him to plant some more things out here. He likes gardening. We love that. All right, so we are just going to plant some things in their garden and get them to where they can grow some stuff out here. So let's get him planting. And we can also get her to get some fruits, and we will get her to open that seed packet and she can plant the starter fruits. So while he's planting, she's just having a little bit of a conversation with him and trying to obviously see how he's doing. And he's like, I am, just trying to get a little bit of work done in the garden here. And she's like, okay, well, you know what? Let me help you get some of that done. So they're just going to garden together here and get their garden flourishing, because we definitely need that to take place. They need to have a garden growing so that they will have food. So we've got some fruits, we've got some herbs that are now growing, which will be helpful for them. And then I'm going to get her to go to the washroom. And I also made some changes in the game that I will want to show you guys. We have added a new area in our game, and I put a new family in, so we will take a look at that also in a little bit, and I'll show you what we have done. But I did place a new family of teens in the game, so that when it's time for some of our Sims to get married, we have some new prospects for marriage in our game now. And so we have some new blood, basically, which is wonderful. All right, so he is just going to go get himself a little bit of rest, and obviously he needs to also go to the washroom. But it is really early, and he's like, I'm just going to go have myself a little bit of a cat nap. And so they're going to go tend to a little bit of their needs here. So we'll let them do that. She's thinking, why is he down there in that single bed instead of up here lying with me? It doesn't look like we got all of this stuff planted, so I am going to get him to finish planting. And then we can obviously go ahead and have him water everything. It is fall harvest, so we are going to need to get over to our main household so that we can do the fall harvest. So we will hop over there and do that. But I do just want to go ahead and get him watering everything here, and then we will go see our main household. So both of them have gotten the fall harvest goal completed, which is fantastic. We love that for them, and their garden is planted and watered, and things are starting to grow here, which is wonderful news. And we are just going to go ahead and head over to the house of the main family, and that way we can go ahead and get our harvest done for the fall harvest. And let's see what they got in the mail. They got a fossil, so we're just going to sell that. So let's head over to our main household, and we can do the fall harvest with them. Okay, so while I am in the world view, I just want to show you what I have done to the community. So over here in France, I have now put in Scotland. So this is our Scotland area. We have some new houses in Scotland, and we have a new household, the Scotland Teens. This family was made by Higglety, and I just went and downloaded them and gave them a little bit of a makeover here. And I have put them in our world. And so we have a bunch of teens. We have Allison Watson, Benedict Goodwell, Mary Goodwell, Robert Goodwell, Evita Baxter, Rollo Goodwell, Roger Goodwell, and Dulcia Goodwell. And we have them all living here in this Scotland home. And it's a almost like a castle, really. But they're living here in Scotland, and so whenever we have someone that needs to marry, we will have some options for them. And then, as you did see in our last stream, we also have the Donner twins that are also potential marrying that someone can marry. So we have Eliza Donner and Georgina Donner that also could be married. So we have some potential people for our Sims to marry now when it's time for us to need people to get married. But let's go ahead and jump into our main household now. We are in with our main household. I am just going to go ahead and get John to come down and start the harvest. And he can start with harvesting on this side of the garden. I'm going to get her to come over. Sophia can harvest on this side of the garden. And of course, the children don't do the harvesting, but we'll go ahead and get everyone to come out and start harvesting. And we love that. It says Sophia is now in her first trimester, so we are expecting another baby in this house. We freaking love that. I am super excited about the fact that we are expecting a baby. It looks like we may have a dirty diaper or two up here because Juliana is really uncomfortable from smelling dirty nappies. We hate that. But that is sometimes the way it goes. It looks like Iris needs a little bit of a bath, and Ramon is crying because he is cold. We will have to obviously deal with that, but right now we are dealing with the harvest, which is super important for us to get that done. So they are just harvesting everything here so that we'll have plenty of food for the next season here. And obviously winter will be coming, so we will need to roll to see what we're going to have as far as if we're going to have poor soil, great soil, a blight season, or bugs. So we will roll after they are finished with this, and we'll go ahead and we'll change for the next season. So we'll let them do this, and then we'll give that a roll. Let's actually go ahead and get our dice ready for that. So if we give our dice a roll for the next season, we rolled a 2. And if we look at our spreadsheet under farming, if we roll a 2, we once again rolled for great soil. So we love that. I don't have to change anything. We once again get great soil. I am getting some lucky rolls when it comes to our gardening, and I think that's fabulous. All right, he autonomously came up here and gave Iris a bath, which is perfect. I didn't even have to tell him to do that, so we love it. I am going to get him, once he's done bathing her, to potty train her. And once Sophia is done with the gardening, she's going to come and go to the washroom, and then I'm going to have her deal with little Ramon. And then we are going to need, obviously, someone to come and do some cooking. So let's go ahead and have her do a little bit of cooking. We need some something cooked in the house. So I'm probably going to just get her to cook some turnip soup. And we're going to put everything that they just harvested into the fridge. So we have a lot of things that they harvested, which is fantastic news. We desperately needed food, and we just got a bunch of it, so we love that. Just going to sell the flowers that we harvested because we don't need the flowers. I'm also going to sell the beeswax because we don't need the beeswax, and that's perfect. All right, she's just going to come on in here and cook because everyone's probably starting to get a little bit hungry. Let's take a look at their needs. Iris is just getting some potty training in, which is wonderful news. I don't know where she is as far as her potty goes. Let's take a look. She is at level 2 of her potty skill, so we love that. All right. Once she's done cooking, she can come on in here and give Ramon a little bit of a feed. And John needs some fun in his life, so he is going to have to do something fun. Why don't you come and help by cleaning up a little bit? She's going to need to come out and also do the coop and collect the eggs because they are really dirty. And Sophia has reached cooking level 8. She is really gaining in her skills since she's been here taking care of the family, which is wonderful news. I was hoping that she would become quite domestic, and it seems like that is the case. So that is perfect. We are now in February of 1354. She's feeling pretty nauseous, it looks like. But she is excited that she's having this baby, which we love because we know initially she did have the want that, or the thing that she didn't want children. We did change that so that she would be excited about having a baby. So we love that for her, that she is excited. And as you can see, Gerald is just having a little bit of fun playing with his toys here and getting some imagination skill up. So why don't you play with her a little bit, and maybe that will give you a little bit of fun.
Yes, Ms. Rabalfa? Ah, Ravuda. Hey! Oh! Hey! Huh?
Oh, it looks like Gerald can potty on his own, so I don't need to have him potty train Gerald like I was going to do, so that's fantastic that he can do that by himself. He's over here going potty, and we love that for him. And as you can see, John and Iris are playing. It is getting John's fun up a little bit. We love that for him. He obviously needs to do something that's going to get his fun up. I think he could possibly do something more to get his fun up, but that is getting it up a little bit, so that helps. Every little bit helps. And I'm just going to have him come out and take care of the cow. She is in here fixing the toilet because it has busted up, so she's being really helpful with that. And Juliana has just collected some eggs, and then once she's done with that, we're going to go ahead and have her come in and grab something to eat because she does seem to be a little bit hungry. She could really stand for some sleep, so I may let her go ahead and take herself a nap once she's done eating. And I'm also going to let Sophia take a nap, and truth be known, John could stand for a nap as well. No, you need to eat that soup. Eat that soup, please. All right, so Iris is just going to go ahead, grab herself a bite to eat here, and then we'll have her take a little bit of a nap. How are you doing, John? He's like, I'm gathering the milk like you told me to do. I'm doing my job. We love that. Cleaning out the shed, refilling the feed, and doing all the things that he needs to do, which is perfect. All right, Iris is just going to get herself a little bit of a nap here. John's going to go take himself a little bit of a nap. Everyone is kind of getting themselves a little bit of a nap in. I am going to just get her, Sophia, up to give the baby a little bit of a feed because the baby needs to be fed. So why don't you go ahead and feed the baby? Ramon is a little bit hungry, so we're going to let her do that. And then you can put Ramon in his crib. He just spit up all over her. So nasty. But she's going to go ahead, put Ramon in his crib, and then we are going to have Iris come up and take a nap here. We've entered into March now, and everyone is feeling pretty tired. She's like, I'm starving. I have got to get something to eat. So she is just making a little bit of scotch eggs here, and then I am going to go ahead and let her take a bath. Why did you not finish the scotch eggs? You need to do that. And you also need to eat this turnip soup. We're not going to the bloody prom. She's craving pepperoni pizza. Well, I'm sorry. And let's go ahead and get her into bed. It is almost the next day, and we have to obviously go ahead and roll for our birthdays for the next set of people that need their birthday rolls. And we have 3 people on for birthdays. So let's take a look at our spreadsheet. So today we have Katia Harding aging up to a toddler, Frederica Arundel, and Gerald Arundel aging up to children. So let's go ahead and pull up our dice, and we will give them a roll. So for Katia, she can't roll a 1, 4, 8, 12, or 15. She rolls a 3, so Katia gets to live. She gets 16 days. So for Katia, she gets 16 days. She is going to need to go on the spreadsheet here. And then we have Frederica can't roll a 4 or a 13. She rolls a 5, and Gerald can't roll a 4 or a 13. All right, Gerald is going to die. So Gerald is going to die. But Frederica ages up. So Frederica gets 28 days. All right, and let's go ahead and take a look at the chart and see what color she is. Third orange. All right. And we are going to go ahead and go into the Harding family, and we are going to age up Katia first. So let's go over there and do that. All right, so if we go to Transylvania and into the Harding residence, we are going to age up Katia to a toddler. we will just go straight into Cass with her and age her up. All right, here is little Katya. We are going to hop into Cass with her and age her up to a toddler and give her her makeover. She was a cautious infant. We are now going to make her a toddler, and she is going to be a imaginative toddler. And let's go ahead and give her her makeover. And then we're going to grab her photo for the family tree. She's super cute. And then we're going to head over to Hugh Arundel's house and age up his daughter Frederica to a child. So as we know, Frederica is the daughter that Hugh had with Bronwyn. She is going to be aging up to a child. So let's go ahead and age her up now. And then we will hop into Cass and give her her makeover. It does say Jalissa is now in her second trimester. Frederica has aged up. We are carefree. We are now going to be proper as a child. And we are going to give her the Scoutmaster, I guess. No, let's not do that. Let's do Choremaster. And let's hop into Cass and give her her makeover. And then we'll grab her photo for the family tree as well. And we're going to go ahead and hop over into our main household. And okay, so because Gerald is dying, we do have to roll a d7 to find out how long he lives before he dies. So I am going to pull up a d7 dice, and we're going to roll to see how many years he has. So it's going to be 2 years minus a year, so he gets a year to live. So he is actually going to die in 1355, so he will be dying next year. So he will die in April of 1355. Gerald Arundel will die and then at that time we will roll and find out what he dies from. And so unfortunately, Gerald Arundel is scheduled to die. And we will go ahead and age him up at this point to a child, and he has a year, obviously, to live as a child and before he dies. So let's age Gerald up to a child, and he will have 1 year with us before he passes away, and then we'll roll next year to find out what he dies from. Right, so there's Gerald as a child. We'll take a picture for the family tree, and like I said, we have 1 year with him before he passes away. So he will be passing away in April of 1355. At that point, we will roll the wheel to find out what he's dying from. And let's continue on in our gameplay. We still have 2 days left in the year. Well, 6 months. You know the drill. All right, so we are going to go ahead and check on everyone's needs. Everyone seems to be pretty hungry, so I'm going to get them to come on down, grab themselves a serving of food. You need to eat something, and you desperately need to eat something. And you also need to eat something. You're decent. She's eating a sucker. All right, let's go ahead and do all of that. And then after you eat, maybe you can cook something for the family. Let's do chunky vegetable stew. All right, so everyone is just grabbing themselves a bite to eat here. They are just feeling a little bit hungry. They are, you know, super happy that they just got to celebrate Gerald's birthday. He aged up to a child, and they're loving that. Unfortunately, as we know, he currently right now is the heir, but he is scheduled to die, which is really unfortunate. Gerald really appreciated receiving such kind attention from Iris just now. That affection made him feel extra special. Does this mean that he particularly likes affection? Sure. So the next heir in line would be Ramon. I am hoping that Sophia is pregnant with another son, because we definitely need to have plenty of heirs and spares for this family. Just because, as we know, it gets pretty difficult to keep heirs around when they are constantly passing away, which is not at all a good thing, because, you know, you think that they're safe and then they roll to die. So I thought that Gerald was going to be safe, and unfortunately that isn't the case. So yeah, it's really unfortunate that we're going to be losing him. And I think the family's going to be really, really upset about that when he does pass away. So as you can see, Sophia is really tired. I'm just going to let her go and have a little bit of a nap. And I'm going to get Juliana to go to the washroom. And once Dad is done making this meal, we'll have Gerald come down and grab a bite to eat, because he's feeling a little bit hungry. Iris is needing to do so much, like so much. I'm going to send her to the potty chair, and then she can come down and grab a bite to eat once the chunky vegetable stew is done as well. And then she can probably go and have herself a little bit of a nap as well, because she is pretty tired. Juliana, after you use the washroom, if you could clean up, that would be fantastic because the house is a little bit of a wreck. Sophia, I really do need you to get a nap. She's like, yeah, but I don't really want to take a nap. All right, fine. Go to the washroom. All right, so the stew is done. I'm just going to go ahead and have him come down and grab a serving and have Iris come down and grab a serving. And it looks like Sophia could stand to grab herself a serving as well. So we'll get her to grab a serving of stew as well. I don't think you needed some, but you grabbed some anyway, so there's that. All right. So it is officially winter now, and the family is obviously wearing around their winter clothes because they're feeling pretty cold. And it is prank day as well. They need to do pranks on each other, so we will just have John do a little bit of pranks with his son Gerald because he wants to do some pranking. It doesn't look like anyone else really wants to do pranks other than maybe Juliana. She wants to do some pranks, so we'll have her do a little bit of pranking. We'll have her monkey around with Sophia, and that will get her prank day completed as well. And that will be good for her because I really like it when they complete their prank day stuff and like their holiday things because it makes them in a good mood. What is wrong with Roman? Ramon is just sad because he is tired and he's ready for bed. Maybe we can put him to bed. So I'm going to have her do a little bit of mischief with her brother and see if that meets her prank day stuff. And then we're going to go ahead and get Sophia to come up here and go to sleep because she's feeling pretty tired. Looks like John has already gone to bed, and all right, you need to get some rest as well. It is about 2 o'clock in the afternoon, so we are in what? That is May of 1354. So we are well on our way here, which is fantastic. Everyone is doing pretty good overall, other than we just need to get some rest. Everyone needs to get some rest. I'm going to put Iris up here in bed as well because we just really need to get some sleep. And Juliana just needs to get something to eat because she's feeling a little bit hungry. And then when she's done with that, her needs are actually pretty good. So I think I'm going to have her do a painting. And then after that, she can come out and do a little bit of chores. So she's just going to get a little bit of painting skill in. I think it actually just works on her creativity skill, but either way, we're going to let her do a little bit of painting, and that way that gets that up. And John, why don't you go ahead and do some of the laundry here? And then you can take care of the cow. All right, we absolutely love it. So he's taking care of the cow and she's taking care of the chickens. She finished her painting, so I am going to have her sell that when she's done. Just bring some extra money into the house. And Sophia is doing really well, but she is starting to get a little bit hungry, so I am going to get her to get up and make a little bit of pottage. Ramon is feeling a little bit hungry, so she's going to need to feed Ramon. And Ramon has on a dirty diaper, so we're going to have to change Ramon's diaper, give him a little bit of a feed, and, you know, just take care of Ramon. He had his first blowout. Oh, that could be why he's not doing well. Maybe you can take care of Ramon's blowout. I think she beat him to it, so she'll be taking care of the blowout. She's like, you are disgusting. Let's put you in this bathtub. You desperately need a bath, but you desperately need to eat. So there's that. Where are you taking him? I don't think he needs to eat again. All right, you need to get yourself something to eat, Sophia. She's like, I've got to go put the baby in this crib before I can get something to eat. She is feeling very tense because she's desperate for fun. I'm going to have to figure out something to do for her so that she can obviously get some, something to, for fun. She waited too long for that stew and now it's gone off. So now she's having to cook something. All right, it is almost 11 o'clock at night. You should probably go to bed, Juliana, because it is getting really late. So go upstairs and go to sleep. And you have finished that. So he's going to come down and eat something. Great. And then Sophia is about to pee her pants. Well, that's great. Everyone needs to get themselves to bed after they take care of eating and peeing and that kind of stuff. Except for Gerald. Gerald is wide awake because he spent his day sleeping. Oh no, she peed herself. Oh, the poor thing. Now she's embarrassed and she's like, I've got to go take a bath because I can't believe I just weed myself. You know what? You are pregnant and these things sometimes happen. We can totally overlook that. It's really not a big deal. All right, it is officially the next day. It is Ramon's birthday, which we love. We are going to roll for Ramon to see if Ramon is going to be able to age up to a toddler. As we know, Ramon can't roll a 1, 4, 8, 12, or 15. So let's go ahead and go to our dice and see if Ramon is going to be able to age up to a toddler. So let's go ahead and roll. Ramon rolls a 1. Ramon is going to die. We have to roll a d4 to see how long Ramon gets to live. So he gets 4 minus 1. He gets to live for 3 years. So that is going to be 1, 2, 3. He's going to die in 1357 in July. We have lost both of our boys now. So I really hope that she has a son, because we have just lost both of our heirs. That sucks so bad. And it looks like John has enjoyed cleaning and doing household chores recently. There is a spark of joy when things are neat. Does he want to embrace the change of being neat? Yes. All right, let's go ahead and we are going to age up little Ramon to a toddler. So let's go into Cass and age up Ramon. So Ramon was a calm infant. For his toddler trait, he is going to be bubbly. Take a photo of Ramon for the family tree and hop back into the game here. All right, John, you're hungry. Let's get you in here to get something to eat. And how are you doing? You're okay, but you really do need some rest. And Juliana, you need a serving of food. And you're good. And you're good. And you're good. Great. Why don't you clean up? All right, so John is just getting something to eat. He is desperate for fun. Sophia is desperate for fun. So you know what that means, right? We're going to get them to woohoo when she wakes up. And I think that will help them in the fun department. And we love that. So we are definitely going to do that. I'm just going to get John to come up here and throw this trash away later when he's done eating, and clean up a little bit. We love that. And I hate that we have now both scheduled our boys, both boys, that they have to die. But sometimes that's just the way it goes. Oh, you're also going to have to repair that. Gerald's like, I'm going to try to clean this up, but I don't think you're going to have very much luck with that. Sophia is going through a phase. She's going to be distant and will prefer to be alone for a while. We do not have time for this nonsense. How far along are you now? You're in your third trimester in 4 hours. Okay, great. Why don't you come out and clean these coops if they need it? They don't need it. Okay, great. She is just cleaning up the trash, which we love. I'm going to get her in to come out and make a little bit of food. She can make some raised meat pie. Let's get her to do that. She's feeling super angry, which is not at all ideal, but it is what it is. That's what happens when you're in your pregnancy. You are, unfortunately, sometimes you have pregnancy mood swings, and she definitely is doing that. So she is feeling very angry from her pregnancy mood swings currently, and we hate that for her, but I am hoping that we can get her to have a little bit of fun with John, and then she will feel a little bit better. So they're going to go upstairs and they're going to have a little bit of fun, and hopefully that will make them both feel better. And Juliana is going to eat something, and then we're going to get her to the washroom, which is fantastic because she's about to wee herself. Not at all ideal. Iris is helping herself to some food, which is perfect. And we just have Ramon upstairs, and he is just gaining on some skills. And Sophia is now in her 3rd trimester. They both have their fun up, which is wonderful. I'm just going to do a quick save here. All right. So they are all just taking care of themselves. I'm going to go ahead and queue up for John to get himself a bath because he is desperate for a bath. And Juliana, honey, hurry up and eat so you can go and get to the washroom there because you need to go to the washroom. And then, John, after you get a bath, why don't you go ahead and give Iris one? Oh, man. Sophia, you need to get something to eat. But both of their fun has risen because they went and had that woohoo, which is great news. And now we are just having everyone take care of their needs here a little bit. Sophia, like I said, is in her 3rd trimester, so she should give birth at any time. And unfortunately, Juliana just weed herself. Well, now you need a bath. Yeah, that's what happens. All right, he's going to go and give Iris a bath, which is fantastic. Ramon needs some food. We're just going to get a serving of this for him. Grab a serving for Ramon. All right, so he's just going to eat that, and I'm going to get John to come and fix some stuff and clean up some stuff because we have some broken items in the house, which is not at all good. And then I think I'm going to send John out to go hunting because we could stand to use some meat in the house. We do have a couple of squirrels and a rabbit and a duck, but I think we could use something like, I really wish he would find like a boar or, you know, something like that. So I'm going to send him out to go hunting. So you go hunting. I'll have her repair this. Why don't you come and clean the cow and feed the cow and milk the cow? And Gerald, you can come out and tend to the coops. You can clean the coop and collect the eggs, and you can... That one's good. Okay. Very good. So she's repairing that bathtub, and then we're going to hang these clothes on the line. And she's doing the cows, he's doing the chickens. Iris is going potty in the potty chair, which is wonderful. We love that. And Ramon, why don't you come over here and stack, okay? That way you can learn your movement skills so you can get up and down the stairs by yourself. And we are currently in August of 1354. We are heading into September. Well, we aren't actually heading into September, but we are in August of 1354 right now. All right, we got some eggs, and So we will put those in the fridge. Did she get some milk? Yes, she did. And she also has some eggs in her inventory. Those are spoiled. We'll just sell those. And he got some chicken. And he got another duck. And he got a squirrel. All right, dude, seriously, can you not get some venison or some boar? Go out hunting again. All right, so I'm going to send him out hunting again. She is just doing pretty good here. I'm going to have her go down and grab something to eat here. And then let's see what we can make here. We want to make some homemade flour. I'm going to get her to do that when she's done. That way we'll have some things maybe that we can cook that are different. So I'm going to get her to make some flour, and maybe we can do some cheese and some butter as well. Actually, we probably have some of those things here that we just need to split. Have you ever heard of something called the motive trials? Apparently they take a bunch of Sims and put them in some remote place and let them battle it out like royally. Do you think you want to be a part of something like that? Only if it lasts less than a fortnight. No, it only ends when there's one Sim left standing. If it only lasted a fortnight, that just wouldn't be epic enough. Okay. All right, let's see if I can split some of this stuff. All right, so we are going to have a lot of things to be able to cook with because we're splitting all of the butter and all of the flour so that we'll have lots of ingredients to be able to cook with, which is fantastic. And we love that because we have not had things to cook with, and it's because we haven't had these things separated in the fridge. And now we will. Gerald and Juliana are jokesters. Yes. All right. These things are all like gonna go back in the fridge for now. But we have a lot of butter and flour that we can separate in the fridge, like a lot. But we have separated quite a bit, so we have a lot of things that we're going to be able to cook with now. And she is exhausted, so I'm going to let her go ahead and go get a little bit of sleep. I'm going to get him to cook something. Let's see what we can make now. Okay, for now, what can you cook? All right, so we've got mashed potatoes and gravy. Can you do a party size of that? Let's do a party size of that. All right, you need to go to the washroom before you pee yourself. And just play with a different toy. It's fine that you can't find the one. He's going to make some food here, and then we're going to take a plate of it up to Ramon because Ramon is feeling really hungry. Oh, Ramon's come down. Okay, great. Finish making that, and then everyone can eat. All right, Ramon, come grab yourself a serving of this. I have no idea why he's climbing all the way up the stairs to go eat, but Ramon is starving and climbing all the way up the stairs to go eat something. Let's make sure he eats something, because I really want him to eat. And it is just about the next day here, so we are going to go ahead and get everyone into bed. Once he's done eating, we'll make sure everyone goes off to bed here. I'm going to go ahead and get Sophia to come up to bed, and we're going to get Juliana in bed. Why did you not eat something? Go get yourself something to eat. And then you can come sleep. And you can come and sleep here. You can come sleep here. Sleep. No, go sleep. And you can come and sleep here. And everyone's going to sleep. It is officially the next day. We do have another birthday on the calendar. Hamlin McGrath is aging up today to a child. And so for Hamlin, we need to roll a anything but a 4 or a 13. So let's go ahead and pull up our dice and give that a roll. He rolled an 18, so he does get to live for 28 days. So let's go ahead and move him to where he belongs. All right, and so Hamlin is going to be a teen there, and we are going to go ahead and go over to the McGrath residence, and we are going to age up Hamlin now. So let's jump back over here to our game and do that. We have entered into the Harding residence, and this is little Hamlin here. We are just going to go ahead and age him up to a child and then hop into cast with him and give him his makeover. So let's go ahead and age him up. It says Taylor is now in her 3rd trimester. He had the slow to warm up temperament, and now he is going to be immunocompromised. He had a 1 in all of his skills. We are going to do, let's do motor rambunctious scamp for him. And let's hop into cast with him and give him his makeover. And then get his photo for the family tree. All right, perfect. And let's go ahead and hop back into the game and finish out 1354 here. We are just in October right now. We have a couple more months to complete, and we should be having some babies, I would think. So let's hop back into our main family because, as we know, Sophia should be giving birth at any time. Now that we have arrived back in our main household, it is 3 o'clock in the morning. We're just going to check everyone's needs and see how they're doing. It looks like John needs to go to the washroom, and Sophia's doing okay. Juliana's all right. Gerald is doing okay, other than he is still needing a little bit of rest and he needs to go to the washroom. So I'm going to queue up for him to go to the washroom and then get back to bed. Oh, Iris is desperately hungry, so I'm going to let her go down and eat. And poor little Ramon still needs sleep. So we're going to let everyone get queued back up to do the things that they need to do here. And that is wonderful. How are you doing? You are in your 3rd trimester, just waiting to go into labor, and we love that. Once Sophia gets up from her sleep, she will need to come down and get some food in her stomach as well. So we'll let her come and get a serving of potatoes, and then we're going to have her come and cook something. She can do some cheese and fruit. And I'm just going to have her try cooking some different things. Oh, we can make all kinds of stuff. Let's do a chicken pie. All right, John, you are fine, but you need to come clean this cow shed. And we also need to check on the coops and make sure they're doing okay. They need to be cleaned, and the eggs need to be collected, and the laundry needs to be put away. So if you could do some chores, that would be fantastic. And Juliana, you can sell this painting down here because it needs to be sold. So Sophia is just grabbing herself a bite to eat, as you can see. And once she's done that, I'm going to have her cook, and then we'll have her go ahead and go to the washroom. We freaking love that. She's just getting some food cooked up for the family because we have lots of ingredients that she can use to cook with. I love it so much. So the cheese and fruit doesn't go bad. It can just sit there and they can eat off of that. And that is wonderful news. It's kind of the same as with the boiled eggs. The chicken pie obviously will go off, as well as the mashed potatoes and gravy. But we're going to still have her make the chicken pie. All right, so she's made a chicken pie. She's made some cheese and fruit. I'm going to have her go to the washroom, and then she can obviously do a little bit of the wash because it needs to be done. It's smelly and gross. So we'll have her do a little bit of the wash for the house. John is just doing a little bit of repairs here, which is fantastic. I'm going to have you come over here and clean the cow and feed the cow and milk the cow, Juliana, so that you can help out with the family a little bit. And we love that. She's like, I'm going to bed. Okay, that's fine. You go to bed. We'll get him to move the clothes to the clothesline. He can help out. Oh, she's gone into labor. All right, you have gone into labor. You're going to have to get up and have your baby. So she is going into labor. We're going to go ahead and have our baby now. And hopefully she has a boy. Fingers crossed we are having a boy. I really, really want us to have a boy. And it's a girl. Okay, so we are going to go ahead and pull up our baby names for a girl. And we're going to give that a spin. And our baby's name is going to be Nadia. All right, so she had a little girl. Her name is Nadia. We are going to see if mom and baby are going to live. Let's go ahead and pull up our dice and give that a roll. So if we give our dice a roll, we are going to roll for mom. She can't roll a 1. Mom rolls a 20, so mom does live. Baby needs to roll an odd number or an 8, 10, or 20 to live. Baby rolls an 8. Baby gets to live. So we have little Nadia Arundel, and she is going to live. So we are just filling out our spreadsheet. It is, let's take a look at our timeline. It is October of 1354. The baby is alive, and the baby is of British German descent, and it is a single birth, so we love that. And our timeline is updated, our info tab is updated, which is fantastic news. We are the 4th and 3rd. All right. Let's go ahead and get her to feed this baby, and then we will age Nadia up to a infant. And Joetta McNally has gone into labor. Okay. One baby at a time. All right, so Nadia is going to be a wiggly infant. These Sims are always on the go and want to play and move about. However, they often struggle to fall asleep or pay attention for extended periods of time. So let's go ahead and hop into Cass and give Nadia her makeover. And we will see what she looks like as an infant. Right, there is little Nadia. And let's go see Joetta McNally, because she is in labor, and we are having another baby. We have arrived here at the McNally residence. As you can see, Amir is freaking out and Joetta is in labor here. We are just going to go ahead and let her have her baby. So let's go ahead and go with her into the house so that she can have her baby here, and we love that. So she's going to go over to the crib and we are going to have a baby with her. Hopefully they have a little boy so they can have an heir, but we'll see. And Juliana Shoemaker has gone into labor. Okay. Joetta just gave birth to a girl. So let's go ahead and we will get our girl baby names up and give it a roll. And we are going to name this baby Beatrice. All right, so we have Beatrice here. We are just going to have her go ahead and feed this baby, and then we will age her up to an infant. Oh, wait, we have to roll. Let's roll for mom and baby. I completely forgot. So let's do our rolls. Mom can't roll a 1. Mom rolls a 20. Mom survives. Baby needs to roll an odd number or an 8, 10, or 20. Baby rolls a odd number, so Beatrice does get to live. So we're going to put Beatrice on the spreadsheet. So let's go ahead and do that. So we have Beatrice McNally. And we'll put Beatrice down here where she's going to be aging up as well. And we'll put her on the info tab under Joetta. She is the daughter of Amir and Joetta. In generation 4, she's female. She was born in November of 1354. She is alive. She is of British descent, and she was a single birth. All right, we love that. And now we will obviously go ahead and feed the baby, and then we can get mom to age her up.
Yappy harm. Oh, Rippanubu. Oh. Lean back. Oh, you're glad.
All right, so we are just going to age up little Beatrice here, and we are going to then, after we give her her makeover and take her photo, we will go over and see Juliana Shoemaker, who is also in labor. We have everyone going into labor now here at the end of 1354. We love that. So let's go ahead and age her up. Get off your phone. Age her up. All right, Beatrice, let's age up and see what you're going to be. As far as your trait goes, you are going to be a calm infant. We love that. And you have blonde hair. So let's jump into Cass and see what she's going to look like. And get her photo for the family tree. And let's go jump over into Juliana Shoemaker's house and let her have her baby. Now that we have arrived here in the Shoemaker home, we get to see Juliana give birth to her child, and we are hoping that this baby is going to survive and that Juliana is going to survive. As we know, she's had a lot of stillborns, and so we are really hoping that this baby is going to make it. Porter is fit to be tied, hoping that this is the one that is going to surpass all the others and that they're going to have a viable birth. And Juliana is really, really nervous because, as we know, she has lost a lot of babies, and she's hoping that this baby is going to live for her. He is freaking out. He's like, not again. And she's like, we have done this before, honey. And he's like, I know. I'm just always so nervous. So she is in labor. We are having this baby. She is in a lot of pain, and it is a boy. Okay, let's go ahead and pull up our boy spreadsheet or wheel and see what we can name this baby. We are going to name this baby. Let's spin the wheel. Tobias. All right, so we have had Tobias, and let's go ahead and spin, or not spin, but roll our dice for mom and baby. So if we roll our dice for mom, she can't roll a 1. She rolls a 12. Mom survives. Baby needs to roll an odd number or an 8, 10, or 20. Baby rolls a 16. Oh no, baby dies again. So Tobias doesn't make it. So if we go to our spreadsheet, we're going to put in here that Tobias Shoemaker died. And we'll go to our info tab, and under Porter, we're going to put that they have lost another baby. And we are still in November of 1354. Oh. And this baby is British German descent, and this baby was stillborn. She is having the worst luck with babies, and I do not know why that is, but we have to unfortunately take another baby away from her. I hate that. All right. Well, goodbye, little Tobias. We are so sorry to have to see you go. All right, Tobias is gone, and we hate that. She is so sad. We are going to put her down to try again. For another baby next year. She is super sad. Look how sad they are from losing their child. Oh my goodness. I feel so bad for them. They just can't catch a break. Every single time she has a baby, they lose their baby. And I think that she's just like, maybe it's not in the cards for us to have kids. I mean, I don't understand. What am I doing wrong? Every single baby that I have is stillborn. And she is really, really upset. Like, she spends so much time growing these children and thinking that she's going to be able to be a mother finally, and then they are born and they're deceased. And She is really, really struggling with that. And, you know, she doesn't know what she's supposed to do about how she feels because she's lost so many babies. I hate that for her. I really do. I really, really do. But let's go ahead and jump back in with our main family while we are playing out the rest of this year. And obviously we will see if there are going to be any more babies that are going to be born for 1354. We are back in the main household and we are just checking to see how everyone is doing. It looks like Juliana is feeling a little bit tired, so I am going to let her come and take a little bit of a nap. Everyone else seems to be doing pretty good. Iris could go stand to go to the potty, and it looks like Ramon is needing a bath, so I am going to get Sophia just to give a bath to Ramon here. And so we are going to let her do that. She is feeling super confident after giving birth to her baby. We love that. That's perfect. We are thrilled about it. We do have little Nadia just here. She's just laying in the floor. It looks like Sophia and Ramon have a strict family dynamic. So we have that going on. But she is still going to go and give him his bath because he is feeling a little bit grungy. And we are going to do that. Oh, and Bridget Petechia has gone into labor. So let's go ahead, and so has Jalissa. Okay, let's go to Bridget first, and we will let her have her baby. We have arrived here at Bridget's home. Bridget is in labor. As you can see, Simon is well shooketh. He is freaking out. We are just going to let her go up and have her baby. And then we will go and see Jalissa, who is also in labor. But we are going to have this baby with Bridget here. And she is going to give birth. So let's go ahead and have this baby. She has had a boy. So let's go ahead and we will pull up the wheel for our boy names. And let's give it a spin. And we are going to name this baby Leonard. All right, we have had a baby. Let's go ahead and roll for mom and for baby on the dice, and we will see if they are going to make it. So for mom, we are going to roll. She can't roll a 1, and she rolls a 12. Baby needs an odd number or an 8, 10, or 20. Baby rolls a 19. Baby gets to live. So we are going to put here on the spreadsheet Leonard Petechia, and then down here we will put Leonard Petechia, and then we have, where are we on the timeline? It is still November. Leonard Petechia, and they have a Leopold. All right, son of Simon and Bridget. 4 male. He was born in November of 1354. Let me just grab this information here for him. He is alive, and he is of Italian and Spanish descent, and he is a single baby. All right. And let's go ahead and let her feed baby. And we will age him up to an infant.
Quimbaso. Hola. Oh. Arini. Oh, Papa. Niso.
All right, so Leonard is going to be a sunny infant. These Sims are bursting with smiles and giggles and enjoy engaging with other Sims, but they do require more social attention. And let's go ahead and hop into Cass with little Leonard, and we are going to give him his makeover as an infant. Get his photo. All right, and let's go see Jalissa. This is the Arundel household. This is Jalissa's house. She is here. She is very large and in charge, in labor, and ready to do the damn thing. So let's go ahead and let her have her baby, and we will see what she is having. So she's just going to go ahead and head on upstairs and give birth to her little one. And we will find out what she's having. Hopefully she's having a little boy. We need an heir in this family. So we will hope to goodness that is what's going on. But only time will tell. So let us see what is going on with this pregnancy. And it is a girl. So we are going to open up the girl name wheel, and we will give it a spin and find out what we are going to name this baby. This baby's name is going to be Katerina. All right, and we had ourselves a little girl in this house. We have 2 little girls, no little boys. We are going to just add her onto the spreadsheet, but first let's give a roll and find out if mom and baby are going to survive. Mom can't roll a 1, mom rolls a 10, baby needs an odd 8, 10, or 20. Baby rolls a 3. We are going to survive. Everyone lives. So let's put her on here. Katerina Arundel lives. And we'll put her down here where she belongs. Katerina Arundel survives down here. All right, and we will put her on the info tab as well. She is the daughter of Hugh and Jalissa, female. She was born in November of 1354. She is alive, and she is of British-Irish descent, And she is alive. She is a single birth. We freaking love that. All right. And we are going to go ahead and let mom feed this baby, and we will age her up to an infant. Where are you going, Mom? Come up here and feed this baby. She's like, I'm going to go talk with my daughter, my stepdaughter. No, you're not. You're going to come and feed this baby, and then you're going to come and age this baby up. And Taylor Harding has gone into labor. We have everybody in the bloody game going into labor today in the end of 1354. All right, Taylor, we are going to be on our way right away. Just give us a moment, please. We're just waiting here to age up little Katerina, and then we will be right on our way. All right, let's age up little Katerina. And Elise Marie von Schwann has gone into labor. Oh my gosh. All right, Katerina is going to be Wiggly. And let's hop into Cass and give her her makeover. Right, there's little Katerina. She is adorable. And let's hop in to Taylor Harding's house and give her a chance to have a baby, and then we'll go see Elise. Okay, we are here with Taylor Harding. She is in labor. Let's go ahead and let her have her baby. Everard is like, oh my gosh. And she's like, Everard, we have been through this enough times that you should not be freaking out by now. It is a girl. So let's go ahead and go to the wheel and give it a spin. We are going to name this baby what? We are going to name this baby Josephina. All right, so we have us a baby. Let's go ahead and pull up our dice and see if mom and baby are going to survive. Mom, as we know, can't roll a 1. She rolls a 3. Baby needs an odd 8, 10, or 20. Baby rolls a 9. So Josephina does survive. Let's go ahead and put her on the timeline. So we have Josephina Harding. And then we will put her here on the info tab. We are still in November. She is of British descent, and she is a single birth. All right, let's go ahead and we will let mom feed this baby. And age her up, and we'll take her photo for the family tree.
Granoy, Kumiao, what? Yabasane. Slurvy Nubu. Yumala. Oh, Mitzel.
All right, Josephina is being aged up. Let's go ahead and see what infant trait she's going to get. And then we will hop into Cass with her. She is going to be intense. These Sims have big emotions and are easily entertained, but they are also more difficult to calm when in a bad mood. All right, let's hop into Cass with her and give her her makeover. All right, and let's get her photo for the family tree, and let's go see Elise von Schwan so that she can have her baby. We have arrived here in the house of the von Schwans. Elise is here, and she is ready to have her baby. So we are just going to let her go ahead and give birth. So let's go ahead and queue up for her to have her baby. She's going to go over here to this bassinet here, and we are going to let her give birth. She is very uncomfortable, but we are going to just let her go ahead and give birth here, and we are hoping for a boy, and it is a boy. Okay, so let's go ahead and pull up the male name wheel and see what we're going to name this baby. Let's give this a spin. We're going to name this baby Amish. All right, and we are going to roll for mom and baby and just see if they are going to make it. So as we know, mom can't roll a 1. She rolls a 2. That was close. Baby needs an odd number or an 8, 10, or 20. Baby rolls an 18. Baby's going to die. All right, so we are going to, on the timeline, put on here that Amish is going to die. And we are now in November still, but we're right on the tail end, just about to head into December. Baby is British and baby was stillborn. All right, and I put that baby was alive, but baby is deceased. Okay, there we go. Okay, we have listed everyone that has been born here. Let's go ahead and get back into the game. And we're going to have to take this baby away from mom. Unfortunately, this baby has died. So we have taken this baby away. We will put on here on our spreadsheet that we will have her try again for another baby next year. So we will have Elise Marie try for baby again next year. Look how sad she is that she has just lost her baby. She is distraught as well. She's like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I just lost this child. And she's really, really upset. by this news, guys. She is really, really struggling with this information, and she is having a really hard time. But guys, I think, going to go ahead and leave this episode here. We have had a whole lot go on, and I am thinking that we are done here. I still have a couple of hours left of the day, but I think that was a good way to end it with a whole lot of births. And I will see you guys again in 1355, where we are going to have a whole lot of birthdays in 1355. Well, actually, we don't really have a whole lot going on in 1355. We have a few birthdays, but not a whole lot. But we do have the death of Gerald that's going to be happening, and we'll have to try for a couple of pregnancies. So, we'll see. 1355 might be actually a little slower than I think it is. But anyhow, I will see you guys in 1355. And until next time, I am going to go ahead and fly for now. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so that you are notified when new episodes go live on the channel. And I will see you in the next one. Bye, Ravens.